Dear Monica, welcome to Kragujevac and ESTAM Festival. We had a great honor to hear your really amazing performance here tonight. What was your expectations and what did you get from here?
I get a lot. First of all, I really enjoyed more than that actually working with the festival and the team at first, because also the way we arrived yesterday at the airport without any arrivals of the important instruments. So we were really a bit desperate. And of course, with the team, we were really working like, okay, what can we do? We made a plan. And then finally, at the end of the afternoon today, Milos and me, we drove for, I know, the second time again to Belgrade. And I enter actually the luggage room from the airport, and the guitar came. So I was super happy, because it also means like, especially for Niels, playing the guitar, it's a part of his whole body, his whole mental situation, and it's his extra Yeah, it's a part of him. So it was also like the way, at first of course you were searching for another instrument, but then to hear him play and to get the opportunity that we have all the instruments, that we can finally play the music that we want for the audience. And this audience, it was just amazing. And although we were like, okay, we play outside in the park, that was the first setting, but then because of the weather change, we decided to perform inside. But still, there is a beautiful magic in the evening, so it was great.
You're a quite amazing storyteller. You came today at our festival to be a storyteller and show us your newest album, which is called Storyteller. And you really did that. You really put us into your imaginary world, and I saw people, and they told me also, the audience, that were really drawn into. How do you do that, and how do you approach when you're performing?
I think for us it's as musicians, and also because Niels, before we went here, we had a lunch. So then we talked about what pieces will we do. Okay, how long will we gonna play? And so it's also like, okay, so there is a lot of space actually for our own improvisations within the music. And also what is important is to take time for that. And what is most important, the second thing is not only we are depending of the audience. So the whole atmosphere, the whole setting here in this beautiful SKC, it is important because as musicians, especially we we part trained, of course, like Dodo is trained classical, and Siku trained as a traditional kora player from West Africa. Niels did, of course, the jazz training at the music academy, and well, I'm a bit the funny one because I just sing. And yeah,
that is sing.
yeah, but it is like try to create on the stage, actually with the atmosphere also of the reaction of the audience, to create the music on the spot. I think that is the most important, and then a story becomes alive.
Can you tell us the story of Boi Akih, the name of it?
Okay,
I heard something.
yes, yeah. Well, I think it's 25 years ago that Niels and me, we started Boi Akih, and I decided I like to play music as a vocalist, but I'm from the Moluccan Islands, and for us singing is very normal. As a kid I already sang, so for us it's our second nature. And he studied music, and I actually studied at the art academy. I was a sculpturist. But when I was studying, I studied art, but also in Indonesia. And then when we came back, slowly, this story of Boi Akih started to grow in our minds. Like, oh, we really like to create our own music. And also because we traveled a lot, we lived for a year together, also in Indonesia, travel over there. And it's also like, it's the way that we really feel the urge to express our feelings, but also to share with the audience, of course, to let people think about what music can do with you, and to maybe that they also get ideas to create new things for themselves, or what I said, what you earlier said, of course, like it's an imaginary story. I mean, you can create yourself, yeah. So we started 25 years back, and every time also that we start a new project, we also meet the musicians just before, and it's like a natural click, and then it's like, shall we try to play something? And then the ideas come by itself, and then of course we work everything out. And like this new quartet, it came together in August 2020, and we were supposed actually to play as a trio with another kora player, but he passed away, he was sick, so that was very sad for us. But then it was also like, oh, but we have concerts to do at the end of August, so we were really searching like, okay, what shall we do? And in the early spring we met Dodo, and she was trained as classical musician, but she was also very curious about us and our music, and she was asking us, can I play with you? And then during the corona, there was a movie player or documentary maker actually. She asked us to perform in an empty church because there were no concerts anymore. So she made a documentary about the empty venues actually. And then she asked the duo, Niels and me, and then we decided, let's ask Dodo. And it was so beautiful to play together with her, so we decided, okay, now we have to find a new kora player, and then we found Siku. And also what is important, like, it is our music, like Niels may write the compositions, and together we write the lyrics, and also like searching how do we want to sound, and as a quartet or as a trio, how is our music? And so he also designed and also built this 35-string kora, because of our former kora player, he brought a lot of kora because of the different tunings of the pieces, but then we also play changes. Yeah, so it was like, yeah, then I need a lot of, so maybe it's a good idea to make one with a traditional neck, and the two sides are actually the chromatic strings. So, and of course there is this harp tuning, technical, fine, tiny thing. So it also means that we can go and really play this traditional instrument, but also we're developing our music. And it's also same actually with the lyrics. I sing and I write in the language of my father. It's in Haruku. It's an island on the Moluccan Islands in Indonesia. And it's a very old language, and it's a part of the Polynesian languages in the world. So it means it's from the Moluccan Islands, go up to the Maori and then to Hawaii. So then people have Oceania, like Melanesia. And it was very funny because when we started the first album, I sometimes wrote some lyrics, actually not whole lyrics, but just parts, words. And I asked my father to give me a help. And then the university in the Netherlands, but also in Australia, they called me, "Whoa, Monica, this is a phenomenon." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Well, you are creating this language again." And because for the people who do the languages, it was like, it's a moribund. So this language is dead. But because we use it, I also make new words and everything. So it's also like, now it's alive again. And it's what I see wherever we play, it's like, okay, we don't understand your language, but it's musical. It's a musical language. So it's also like people can really use their imagination and follow the music and also follow the lyrics. Because you don't understand it, it's also for me very important that I really have to sing intense and express all the feelings, not only with the words, but also with the notes.
And your family name also comes from the language itself, and the band name, Boi Akih.
Also.
Yes.
Yes.
Meaning?
Princess, because it was inspired by an old legend. It's called, from the Moluccan Islands, Boi Ratan, Princess Rotan. And it's a story about how the islands actually were there, and the people, how they lived together. And also what is best, or not really best, but how it is to live together with you, to be kind to each other, to take care of each other, and also to take care of our surroundings, the nature and everything. Because, well, we live now, but there is a new generation. So everything that we do is also for the next generation. So we have to take our responsibility. Actually, that is our tradition. And so we try to do it with our music, to show the people, or we hope that they get inspired to do beautiful things for people.
You're having Dodo and Seku for the last couple of years that are coming also from different background that
yes, of course, yes.
What's the new thing they brought to you?
What is nice is, of course, they are much younger than Niels and me, so they also see the music different, and but also like the background of Seku playing more in the traditional music of Guinea, West Africa. And also for him, what is beautiful is what you see, like the West African music tradition, they are much more developed in the rhythmical things, and also the virtuosity you can see that he uses in his playing at the kora, and how he can play with that within our music. That is really, it opens everything. And also for Dodo, it's like her classical background. I mean, she can play with all kinds of patterns, but also she also has the courage actually to search for new sounds on her instrument, which is for classical music, of course. This is what we play. But she is really one of the youngsters that really tries go out the box. And for us, of course, I always do, because I love to do it. And it's also not like going out of the box, but it's more like I hear something on our way, or we are traveling and I get inspired. I just write some notes, and then maybe later I will do something.
Go back to it and
do
work.
it, yeah, and we try to make something with it, new music.
Being on the scene and then watching all kind of genres and performances happening, what does the meaning of world genre music means to you? Do you think it's a new thing made now, like for the music business, or is it something that will evolve? Because we're having definitely clearings between boundaries of genres. So
actually, for us, for Niels and me, especially for Boi Akih, we don't have any boundaries. I mean, on the map we see the boundaries and the borders actually. So for me, it's also like, this is a beautiful what I hear. I try to, and also for Niels, like, okay, you really dive into the tradition to understand why they play it like this and how they approach the music. And what is, I think, for us as musicians and especially as artists, it is important that, of course, you really have to know where the tradition comes from, but we also have to be aware that we also have to develop the music, because otherwise there is no music. It's only like, okay, but that was 200, 300 years back, but we as human beings, we also have, we also need to develop new things, So for me, for us, there is like world music, all music is world music. It's music from the people.
For the people.
For the people also, and it's from the people, So
in the future, Boi Akih, where can we see you? And first of all, where do you find the strength? Like, going to these endless road trips?
Well, I'm very happy that
it's addictional, maybe.
Yeah, of course. That it's also a part of that belongs for as an artist. You really have to see what is going on in the world, and like today, I drove back to the airport and also with Milos. We just had a wonderful conversation about life, actually, and his experience here in Serbia and my experience as a girl from Amsterdam, but also with strong roots, of course, in Indonesia. Like, okay, how do we survive, and how do we how can we create new things, and how get we inspired, or how can we get people inspired, or let them think again.
And what did you come up to?
That is a new story.
Be continued.
Yes. We were very honored to get the invitation here, and driving through this beautiful country. I did it 4 times now in 2 days, and every time I saw new things, and it's beautiful to be here. So thank you so much.
I hope we had you inspired a little bit.
Oh yes, you did, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Olivere, hvala na sjajnom nastupu i otvaranju našeg 5. po redu ESTAM World Music Festivala. Dobrodošli u Kragujevac, pre svega. Reakcije publike su bile sjajne, bila je baš vruća atmosfera. Kakvi su vaši utisci?
Pa, kako smo došli sa juga, donesli smo vrućinu muzike. Ovo je naš projekt koji je puno dugo vreme mi sviramo, mislimo, volimo muzički među sobom. Mi se znamo puno godina ovde. Je nevjerojatno dobro u Kragujevcu. Hvala vam što ste nas prečekali, dočekali.
Hvala. Ovaj projekat je nastao zapravo u saradnji između vas i našeg muzičkog selektora festivala, Vladimira Đorđevića.
Da, Vladi je magioničar jedan koji je tako, ajde Olivere nešto da izmislimo i nekako se to prirodno desilo jer Ismail je vrlo retko dolazi u Makedoniju na tako dugo vreme. On je već 15 dana ovde. A dešava se za tih 15 dana da ima koncert, da puno pa da putuje pa se vraća, tako da sad je bio onako onih 15 dana koji smo se nekako dogovorili da budemo u Makedoniji. Radili smo u jednu muzičku laboratoriju, letna muzička škola za klarinet u Bitoli, tako da smo nekako ostali u kontaktu i nekako smo radili ovu muziku sve ovo vreme. Hvala što ste nas pokanili. Tako kako sam rekao, Vladi je jedan magioničar koji nekako tako to. Tako da, evo smo ovde, završili koncert i bilo je fenomenalno za nas.
Koliko ovakvi projekti su česti zapravo u vašoj branši i koliko oni znače sad možda i za predstavljanje svih tih umetnika? Možda bismo mogli nešto da kažemo i o ostatku benda.
Pa dobro, sa Aleksandar Petrov i Ismail Umanovski smo puno dugo vreme zajedno. Prvo smo prijatelji. Drugo, sviramo više puta na različnim projekta od 2007. godine na jedan koncert koji sam ja pokanio njih dvoje, pa nekako oni su se upoznali, a Aleksandar znam i prije kad je živio u Franciju. Tako smo radili neke projekte i ne znam, ovo je super što se desilo danas. Nadam se da će da se povtori i nekako smo i mi onako puno euforični izašli i na stage i sad ovako i nadvor stage.
Nakon stage-a da se utisci slegnu malo. Imali ste vremena u auto do Kragujevca. Nije toliko daleko, čini mi se, od Skoplja ili dakle ste pošli?
Pa nije daleko. Imamo malih trikova na granici kako to prođemo. I onda nas je uhvatila neka gužva na autoputu, ali sve je to regularno. Mi uživamo da putujemo i stvarno smo počašćeni da otvorimo vaš prelijep festival. Imate super publika.
Hvala vam. Drago nam je da vam se svidelo. Da li ste pričali, razmišljali možda za ovaj baš ski projekat neke buduće planovi ili da ovo možda nekako ostane zapisano u nekom formatu?
Pa dobro, da. Mi živimo na tri kontinenta u ovom momentu, da budemo realni i kad se nađemo da popijemo i po jedno pivo, nam je to praznik, a kamoli da sviramo ili da nešto snimimo. Za sad samo se radujemo da se vidimo, da smo svi živi, zdravi, nekako da sviramo svi dobro, da izgledamo dobro, da smo muzički aktivni, a Bože zdravije može da bude i neko snimanje i to nije najbitno snimanje. Znate li šta je najbitno? Da čovek kad se vidi, kad se sastane, kad sedne da priča, da bude kao, iako možda se nije, za korone recimo nismo se videli puno vremena, ali kad sedneš da se vidiš, kad popričaš, da to izgleda kao da produžiš tamo gde si stao i da to immediately odmah, da to mnogo skoro da se nastavi. Da, za mene je to najbitno. Tako da ovo SKI Trio, pa dobro zvuči SKI Trio. To je Vladi smislio i dobar je.
S obzirom na vaše stvarno bogato muzičko iskustvo i, da kažem, na svetskoj sceni, kakav je vaš susret? Drugačije to gledamo mi ovdje, da kažemo, na Balkanu, ali ovaj world music žanr se nekako dosta proširio i publika jako lepo reaguje na to. To je sve bilo u raznim formama muzike i ranije, nekako je to sada više upakovano za prezentaciju. Kakvi su vaši utisci?
Pa publika uvek prepoznaje performans koji se dešava sada i ovde, u trenutku. To je najbitno, jer mi ne sviramo muziku koju... Nije to baš lako da muzika u momentu prezentiraš na ovi prekrasni ljudi koji su došli da slušaju koncerte. Nije to tako lako nekako da ih donesiš, da ih dobližiš do sebe, da to bude nekako u ovom momentu organsko, prirodno da se dešava na stage. Mislim da ljudi posle ove korone nekako svi smo željni za koncerte, svi su žedni za nastupe, za koncerte, za komunikacije. Tako da mi smo samo napravili u momentu performans koji je bio, koji smo se nekako dogovorili da to izvedemo danas i bio je super stvarno. Ovi mali festivali da odgajaju publiku i odgajaju muziku koja je bitna u ovom momentu i nekako se trude da sve bude kako treba i da to nekako nadgrađuju svaku godinu. Znam da je teško da se radi ovakav festival i teško je i za svi nas, i za publika, i za karte da se naplati, da dođu artisti i neki put se dešavaju stvari sa ovim letovima, instrumente ne dođe kao kiša, sve, da. Ali ovakve festivale, ovakve sredbe muzičke su bitni jer ovo je vidjeli ste kako je publika blisko na stage, to je fenomenalno iskustvo nekako da ovdje smo svi blizu i nekako da vidiš oči na ljudima koji su ovdje. I to je značajna stvar za kulturološke stvari, za muzička edukacija, za mladi ljudi. Bilo je puno mladih deca tamo, oni su sve igrali svoju igru, mi smo svirali i nekako smo se susreli, nekako bilo je super ta igra koja je bila. Tako da puno se radujemo ovo nije mali festival, ovo je značajan festival. Znate, nije to tako nebitno da ljudi zastanu, da gledaju koncert, da oddele ljubav za vas. To nije baš tako. Ili da dođu ljudi preko tri države, recimo sad imamo band od Holandije, evo. Ismail Navistina, on živi u New Yorku, on retko dolazi u Makedoniju. Ovo je stvarno retka, da, izuzetna prilika. I Aleksandar, on živi u Dubaji. Ono je izuzetna prilika nekako da se svi sastanemo ovdje i hvala vam za to. Fenomenalno je bilo.
Hvala vama i za ljubav i za muziku za večeras koju ste nam dali.
Dobro.
Nadamo se da se u nekim drugim sastavima ili istim sretnemo ponovo ovdje u Kragujevcu. A do tada srećan rad pa da nam donesete neku novu muziku.
Hvala vam puno. Budite dobri, živi, zdravi i samo ovako.